Most people who follow my channel do not know me as a League of Legends player. A much younger version of me has made some League of Legends videos in the past, and though I clearly do not play this game as much as I did, I can confidently say that this game holds a great place in my memories. I am deeply attached to a lot of the characters depicted in the lore of this game, and I have seen this lore get built from the ground up. Today, League of Legends lore is a fascinating web of interconnected characters evolving in fantastic places. Nowadays, even people who have not played the game generally have been in contact with the universe of League of Legends. The incredible success of the Arcane TV show might have brought quite a lot of attention from non-League players. Riot Games has been trying to expand its range of games, and Song of Nunu is the result of this will to create more around the amazing lore that the original game possesses. I was personally pretty excited for this title, as, well, I used to play the main character of this game quite a lot. Nunu is a young child going on adventures with his friend Yeti, wholesome. They make an incredibly wholesome pair, and I really wanted to see what a game centered around them would end up being. I have completed the game, and I'm ready to give you my spoiler-free and honest review of Song of Nunu, a League of Legends story. Playing Song of Nunu is basically like watching a 7-hour-long interactive movie. The focus is clearly made on the narrative and the relationship between Nunu and wholesome. You will alternate between relatively linear exploration phases and puzzle solving. The puzzles are not very difficult, but they are varied and quite enjoyable. This game is definitely not something that will put you on edge in terms of difficulty. It is perfectly fine for children, by the way. I found the story pretty engaging, especially as a League player, as I was happy to recognize things I already knew. However, I want to point out that I do not think there is any need to be familiar with League's lore to enjoy this game. There is quite a bit of exposition and a very cute journal in which you have more than enough information to understand what is going on. The dynamic between Nunu and wholesome is amazing, and you can truly feel the bond creating this unlikely pair. I must admit that the ending made me quite emotional, and I might have cried a little. Quick side note about the music. Riot Games has always been known for having a formidable music department, and this game does not disappoint in this area. A lot of the musical themes are already known to me, as they are older League musics that have been rearranged in this game to fit the narrative, places and characters. It just fits incredibly well, and carries the story amazingly. The game has a very important mechanic related to music, as Nunu's weapon is a flute, and I really think that it is fair to say that this is very well incorporated. There is a bit of combat in this game, but like the rest of it, it is not very punishing and fairly easy. Though it is not the most complex combat system, there is enough to have some fun, and the finishes are very entertaining. I really want to talk about the AI. This could have been the biggest issue with the game, as you play Nunu and are constantly helped by wholesome. Had the AI been bad, the entire game could have been botched, but it is functional and works most of the time. I've only had one problem with it in my entire playthrough, and it did not block me in any way. You see, gameplay alternates between phases where you are walking and phases where you are on wholesom's back. The game transitions seamlessly between those two, but at one point wholesome was putting me down immediately after taking me up because the AI was stuck in between zones where the different gameplays transitioned. I just walked a few meters and the problem was solved. There is quite a bit of hidden interactions between Nunu and wholesome, and I encourage you to test this wholesome duo. Voice acting is stellar as in any Riot Games title, and though it can sometimes feel like the protagonists talk too much, it is never annoying. Let me finish with a few other points. Graphically, it is pretty convincing. It has this cartoonish, hand-painted look that definitely fits the kind of game it is. Lots of the environments are charming and the characters really benefit from this art style. It really helps with the classic adventure fairy tale vibe of this game. The game is definitely a finished product contrary to a lot of releases nowadays, and I have only encountered one major issue. Remapping some keys on mouse and keyboard might cause some issues, so I had to play with the English keyboard despite my French keyboard. I have no doubt this will quickly be fixed. By browsing the Steam reviews of this game, I have seen people who encountered some issues, but it does not seem to be the majority. Okay, let me wrap this up and give my final opinion on Song of Nunu. Song of Nunu, a League of Legends story, is a very enjoyable game that anybody can play. It really feels like watching a very cute animated story about two wholesome friends going on an adventure. It is quite a linear experience with relatively easy difficulty, a beautiful setting and compelling characters. The game has very little technical issues and will easily occupy people who want a relaxing time and do not have that much time to play video games. You have absolutely no need to have any knowledge of the League of Legends lore, and someone who enjoyed Arcane or is new to this universe can definitely enjoy it. It is relatively short, so I think the €29 price tag is probably slightly too high, but at the same time it is real quality, so I do not mind it that much. There is decent enough replayability, as there is still a bit of room to explore and find some hidden secrets you might have missed on your first run. The game can be replayed chapter by chapter once completed, allowing you to go directly where you missed something. This is a very good game and I highly recommend anyone give it a try. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this video interesting and that I helped you make your mind about this wholesome new adventure. Do not hesitate to subscribe as it helps me more than you think. I hope to see you again. Bye.